Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Aquarius. If Aquarius is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please think about doing that. It is free, and we would love for you to kind of become part of the community here. It is growing. It is growing. And if at any point you feel like, hey, this reading is really resonating, or I just like what this lady has to say, please think about liking that video. Hit the little like button. It really does help the channel a lot. All right. So, Aquarius, our card for today is the Princess of Wands. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Whenever I say, I'm like, oh, somebody is feeling themselves. This is a beautiful, beautiful feeling to have all of that fire, passion, connection, love and lust. Yeah. I don't mind when I'm in my Princess of Wands phase. Every once in a while it'll come about. Okay. All right. Let's start right here. We have a person who looks like they're wearing a robe or a dress. I almost imagine having a beautiful little hat on, some kind of like ornate thing. And just, I feel like this energy of wanting to get out there, go and do something fun and fancy, or, you know, dress up a little bit, or go and be silly. You know what I was thinking of? Actually, years ago when I worked at a certain diner, I worked at this diner, and they had like a room where you could rent it out in the back. And there are all kinds of little clubs would come in. A lot of people that would play like bridge, and there were like little city planning meetings and, you know, whatever. But one of my favorite groups of people that would come in, and I think that their hats were purple. It was the Purple Hat Ladies, I think they were called. Or maybe it was the Red Hat. I think it was the Purple Hat Ladies. But they always were wearing red and purple. And they were really lovely. They were so kind. And I honestly cannot remember for the life of me what their commonality was, except for they came and they, you know, had a nice meal together and talked and drank coffee and a lot of laughing and warmth. But I kind of like, it's like a vibe like that I'm getting. There's like a lot of connectedness with your chosen community, your the people you like to be with, your family, your friends group. Maybe you're like me. My friends group is going out to the back and hanging out with the birds. Going and feeding the squirrels and you know, hanging out with my daughter and my husband, of course, but usually animal. If it involves animals, I'm like, okay, I'm there. Yeah, these are my people. I even see a little rabbit here. But I look at this and I think, you know, maybe it's not a physical rabbit, but I do think you're ending this year of the rabbit. And I think we only have maybe 2 months more. I think the year of the dragon starts maybe in the end of January or beginning of February, somewhere in there. But you're gonna finish this year strong. Yeah, there's like a big flame burning in that heart chakra. You are absolutely ablaze, and I can just imagine the inner light kind of flooding out of you. I feel like there is just like divine emanations, right? And emanations are kind of like where some kind of it's a manifestation or a series of energies, frequencies, images, whatever, coming from some source, okay? And so I feel like you really kind of are. You're like the center of the galaxy right now. Always, actually. But in this moment, you're conscious of it. And there are these divine emanations pouring out of you. I would not be surprised if you are attracting new people, old people from your life, all the people trying to be around you, inviting you to things, you know, just wanting to kind of bask in that beautiful and warm light. Now we're talking about Aquarius here. So are you going to take those invites? I don't know. You might just like to do things your own way in your own time. And that's okay too. You know, that's actually pretty dang good if you ask me. But I see a person here and I see a person here leaning in to talk to one another. I imagine laughter, enjoyment, little smiles, and, you know, little brush of the elbow, or, you know, whatever. Just kind of very delicate and loving kind of interactions, okay? And of course, this doesn't have to be romantic. Just a sense of electricity kind of flowing through you and others. And I feel like people are just picking up on this shift in you, okay? And I feel like, you know, there's been this real process of surviving a lot of pain and kind of traveling through at your own pace this kind of landscape of difficulties and letdowns, and, you know, maybe things not going exactly how you hoped that they would, but still not giving into, you know, those hard feelings, those, you know, just the feeling of wanting to lay down and just give up on it all, you know. And maybe in some ways you have given up on the things that you know you can't fix, the things that you can no longer carry with you, you know, just kind of forgiving what you can and setting it down and moving forward. And I think that this is part of this energy, is there is a lightness about how you feel. Your troubles, though not all gone, of course. I mean, that's just life. We all have troubles. But you're not letting that be your driving force right now. I really feel like you are flowing. There is, and I look at this, it looks like a person here, and there looks like there's kind of electricity and then a little flower. And immediately what comes to mind is being so aware of your participation in this cosmic cycle. Being aware of the ebb and flow of things. Not getting hung up on this feeling of you know, being so much a victim to it all. And now maybe you have been a victim to some things, you know, and you know, sometimes we do, we carry some part of our identity is, yeah, we've been victimized, you know. But to exist in that as being one of our main identifiers is a continued trauma. You know, it feeds into itself. We have to escape that loop where we can. But in your own time again, right? Being soft with yourself, understanding. You know, it's been my life's goal to really not, you know, my parents died when I was young and I was abused and neglected, and a lot of other things happened that were terrible, not just in my childhood, but even when I was older, you know, because I was a product of a really sick environment. So I thought that was normal. And I feel like, yeah, I was victimized, but all the years that I carried in my life where I thought, I'm a victim, you know, I'm a victim. It was like a mantra. And it was such a hard thing for me to set down and realize that I'm also freaking powerful, survivor, a warrior, you know, a healer, a witness, and somebody who will protect others at all costs, you know. And so those things fade away a little bit, you know. They don't go away. They don't. I'm going to be real. They don't go away. It's part of, you know, my experience. But it gets to a point where it owns us, or we let it, or we own it, right? Make it a tool for us to see more clearly, to make better choices, to help others, you know, to get rid of the stigmas and things so that we can talk about, you know, things. When we hold things in secret, that's where the cycles are perpetuated. But when we talk about stuff and we really shine a light on what things really are, that's when, you know, things are held accountable, and we make a choice. Like, this is not going to go on. This is not going to happen anymore. I'm changing this whole SH, you know? And I feel that when I've been looking at your readings, Aquarius, I feel like, you know, there's a sense of just not taking it anymore. It is time to flourish, and flourish you shall, right? There's an electricity, there's love, there's a space where I feel you just absolutely expressing yourself, you know, in the many things that you are, and the many things that you want to be, and the many things, you know, you hope to explore. And that, my goodness, what an exciting time. Truly an exciting time. Now, I also see we have a person laying kind of, it looks like in a chair, but maybe a bed, but also we have that kind of light body above. And so I know the dreams. Oh, the dreams that you must be having, the dreams that you shall have. If you partake in any kind of active imagination, guided meditation, transcendental meditation, or lucid dreaming, something like this, okay? A very potent time. And now, if you are just coming into these understandings, or there is something that you're interested in exploring, I fully think that this is a good time for that, okay? Even if it is just beginning with like the basic kind of lucid dreaming things that they tell you to do, like keeping a notepad next to your bed. Some people use a phone. I think you should not use the phone to take notes, only because the light, it wakes you up. If you have a pen and a pad of paper and you wake up during the night, during your dreams or a dreamy state, or you're going to go to the bathroom or whatever, write down what you can remember from your dream. It doesn't have to be coherent. It could just be a picture or a scribble or, you know, one word or whatever. But this process of trying to recall, bring things over from your dream world, it will help you be more aware while you are dreaming. Okay. And over time, then you become more conscious in that dream space. And the whole, you know, maybe you are trying to do lucid dreaming, which if you don't know what that is, lucid dreaming is when you become conscious in your dream and you make conscious decisions within the dream realm. Okay. But even just being able to recall things is important, I think. Patterns, things that you are processing, being educated about. I have a lot of dreams about having being in like classes with entities or intelligences, and them showing me things that I am learning on a higher consciousness level. And some of that stuff I bring back with me, and it really does kind of change my perception of reality. Some of it is stuff I have no idea what it is at all. But I think it's important for us to experience some of those moments. I mean, we live entire, life cycles in our dream worlds, in our interior worlds. And so if we have the ability to peer into that, to become engaged with that from our mundane reality, our base reality, which is our waking life, okay, then we should. You know, it is a important resource for us. Now we also have a little chick here, a little baby chick. And so new beginnings, right? New beginnings, soft and beautiful and ferocious. And ferocious, the ferocious will to live and to live well. Okay, so we have a person standing here looking up at the sky. We also have some birds flying in the emotional waters. So there is a channeling of energies, blockages being looked at, beginning to dissipate some of that stuff. When I look at an image of a person looking up at the sky, especially it looks like at the moon, I hopefully not looking at the sun, right? So looking up at the moon, a place of contemplation. This is, and I just said this in my other reading because a similar image came up, but if you are interested in divining, if you're interested in scrying, gazing, even if you do things like tarot reading or, runes or geomancy or whatever, one of the ultimate places to work on your ability to gaze and scry and divine, the night sky. Okay, even the day sky, I mean, with the birds, and I mean, whatever sky, but especially in my estimation, the night sky, because it is so beautiful. It is full of formations. You don't have to look at them in a prescribed way. Okay, you don't have to look at the constellations as they are prescribed. If you do, that's fine too. But the sky truly is the ultimate looking glass into our great unknown, a reflection of our soul, and our soul a reflection of it, the eternal mirroring right there. So definitely something to think about doing. We are getting into these long nights. We're almost at the longest night of the year coming up in the northern hemisphere, of course. And so you have quite an opportunity to get out there and look. Even if you live in a place that has a lot of light pollution, you know, the sky is still there for you. Okay, you don't have to see every little star. So, let's see. We have the Cincy Child Affirmation cards. And we're just going to flip through here to where it feels right. I'm going to flip this over. And it says, I am brave. Yeah. Yes, you are. Especially with that Princess of Wands energy. So brave. Ready for this transmutation to occur. It is occurring. It is always occurring. But you are acutely aware of it right now. And I feel like taking such an active role. Okay. And that is brave work. That is. All right, Aquarius, I want to tell you, first of all, I love you. Second of all, I'm proud of you. And third, I really am so honored to be able to bring these messages to you. It is one of the great privileges of my life to be able to do these readings, truly, from my heart. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it does help the channel quite a bit. If you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. It is free. You don't have to pay anything. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. They mean a lot to me. And if you have a channel, a small business, some kind of service that you would like to advertise, to post about, go to the community post section. I just shared a post. There's an original post there as well. And if you go in the comments, you can see there are a lot of people who have posted. But I want to be able to make a little space so you are able to share some kind of business you're building, or if you do some kind of services, if it's in wellness or spirituality or some other niche or whatever industry, yeah, please share. I know there have been all kinds of things on there. A lot of interesting people, a lot of talented people, a lot of cool channels. I'm trying to go through and subscribe to a lot of them and check out the content. And so, if you have something to post or not, please go over there and check some of these people out. I really feel like, the universe brings us together. We vibrate at a similar frequency, a vibration, and we are matched well. So you might find something over there that you've been looking for, and so yes, that is there, and I fully plan on continuing to keep those up. Okay. And yeah. So anyways, I thank you. I love you. And we'll talk again real soon.